exercise. Now, when we look at this over here, right, what we can see is a couple of interesting things, and I want traders to understand this and break it down. I want traders to appreciate this. Now, when we come into this level, notice how we see a lot of red candles and we see a lot of negative delta. So a very quick lesson on delta. We have, if we just take a look at this candle, we have a left number and a right number. The left number is the bid and the right number is the ask, right? So what that means is that the left number is the aggressive sellers and the right number is the aggressive buyers. All right, so aggressive sellers on the left, aggressive buyers on the right. The way you want to understand this very simply is that if you look at this price point over here, so this is going to be 67.95. It shows you at 67.95 roughly. Let's say you take 222 for 447. It shows you that there's 227 aggressive sellers. They're going in with market prices, hitting the bid. They're trying to drive price down. Those are the aggressive sellers. The right number is the opposite. They're aggressive buyers. So what you can see here is if you see 222 for 447, you can see roughly a 2x difference between the right number and the left number. Now that's illustrated because it's highlighted in blue. So that shows you a blue delta, a positive delta. This shows you that there's more aggressive buyers than aggressive sellers. The key word there is more aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers. Now we see the opposite as the market breaks below this level, right? So we can see aggressive sellers here, 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 here. So we see a break below the level, which is the first step in a break and retest. So now what we're doing is we want to let price kind of play out, and we want to, obviously we need to be patient, right? One quick thing to note, I think every trader should understand this. We had the break at just after 10 a.m. Eastern, I'd say 10:05 Eastern. The entry didn't come until 10:20, I think it was 10:23:24. I think I entered at 10:23. The short didn't commence until here, right? And obviously my target was a 2R or whatever it was, one point, I think it was 1.8 I caught, 1.8R. So if you just take a look at this setup, look at it carefully and ask yourself, what makes it valid? From all the knowledge you have now, what makes it valid? So there's lots of ways people cope their way out of this. So for example, they might see a lower time frame fair value gap like this. I know some traders rely on SMT, SMC. A lot of it is just lines, right? Lines and patterns. But what gives you the confirmation to actually determine who is in control at this level, right? So it's order flow that tells you who's in control, right? It's very difficult to see otherwise who's in control, right? So what you've had over here is a very, very classic break, and we've had a retest at this level. We had multiple retests at this level, right? So the reason I say that is because we had obviously a 1 minute fair value gap here, but we had, this is our high of the retest. So we're going to be focusing here, but we're also going to be focusing here as well, inside of this fair value gap, right? We're going to be breaking this down. Now, what made this short trade valid, right? Why was this